Aggressive lane phases, you can maybe find some kills with your junglers, and then the mid to late game, having the ball in their hands.
So what used to be the reason behind this counter is it's really easy for Alistar. Are their minions matching here? Anyways, he doesn't care about giving vision, but because of it, Spica is going to be able to get... We're not going to spoil it. We've got a big wombo. Oh, and it's coming mid.
Hey, the lights turned out, the pop-up Blossom, and Team Ayla is on the board with
part
first
of the
blood.
Plan, okay? All part of the plan.
Gravy, and then kind of got scapegoated.
So he escaped.
He got out.
Well, can Team Vulcan escape this one? Armeo's already popped the lights here, but they know where exactly Armeo is. He's going to dive right onto Spica, gets the stride breaker and walks away, buys some space. Revenge is teleported in alongside Impact, but Impact is completely separated, all out. But it is the Nature's Wrath for Spica that locks down Revenge, and that gives a nice advantage over to FlyQuest. Armeo's able to steal the dragon, flashes away.
Multiple flank engages under the guise of a Nocturne ultimate.
Speaking of which, Paranoia right onto the top side, and Vikla is gone.
Beautiful chain right there from Revenge on Impact. Impact doesn't even get his unstoppable ultimate off. Armeo comes in, or excuse me, wrong solo laner.
He was in the top lane.
FlyQuest are slowly burning down the dragon.
See if they can find a way in. Armeo and Revenge are trying to work together to get into the river, but...
Revenge might be in a bad spot here. Armeo turns out the lights, but the Nature's Wrath is going to cut them all forward. Huge knockup from Vulcan. Can Jojo Pyun cut him off on the right side of the flank? Yes, he can, but Vikla flashes out away, and Prince cleans them up. And Evil Geniuses are on the run. FlyQuest are up on the board.
Big Vulcan reacting to the situation, and the rest of FlyQuest now.
Oh, Ayla with the Magna Storm into the crash down, but it gets popped before anyone else from Team Evil Geniuses can look for a turnaround. Jojo Pyun with the Pop Blossom finally finds some burst damage, and Vikla is the first one to go. And Revenge this time around finds the all-out on the Prince, and they wipe the floor on the FlyQuest for the honorable sacrifice of Ayla.
This is a misstep by Ayla. Not only goes in a little bit ahead of the rest of the team, but kind of gives them an escape, going with the crash down.
Should be in their favor.
FlyQuest making a good call, though. They just want to trade the other side of the map. Vikla does get the outer trade on top turret for the Jace for isolated gold. So at least they're able to get something.
Came out of nowhere, and that's where EG's comp can really pick you apart by turning the lights off, disguising as minions and things like this. So
not wanting to let them get any sort of trade while EG hold the advantage, and so they force the recalls off of Fly. My tower's not, though.
We'll end up losing the turret, but I thought for sure EG was going to get a little more aggressive there and use some of their ultimates to actually find that kill. All 5 members of EG still have their ults up. I felt like any one person could have actually found that kill if they were a little more aggressive.
Good stalling there.
Dicey start. They're trying to find the flank. You can see Jojo pretending to be Rel over the wall while the
That Baron's actually gone, though. What the heck? That is burned.
They jump right on the Jojo Pyun, and Jojo Pyun, oh no, it doesn't even get to use the Pop Blossom! FlyQuest are now playing with the man advantage, but Ayla and Revenge are doing great work with Armeo, as they've already taken out Prince. And they just now have to deal with Vikla. It's just a bunch of meatballs, but they can surely walk through them, as the meatballs are actually doing a lot of work onto Armeo, but they found Vikla, and with Unforgiven, the lone marksman player, he is the one that can shred through the front line of FlyQuest.
What a crazy fight there from EG. They get the Baron, and then because they're focusing down on the side of
all by himself here, Maokai ultimate can't actually peel the Nocturne. And Armeo.
Nothing is acquired by FlyQuest.
I know that looks really bad. I don't actually hate it because the side of EG was collapsing, and if Impact ults in and you have the whole team speeding up there, Jojo Pyun with his ultimate would probably be able to stall it out long enough, even if you found that kill. He does have stopwatch, and so it would take long enough that I think EG would find those kills and potentially end the game, given that they still have Baron buff temporarily there. So I don't hate it, even though it does cost your TP. It was a decent look.
Yeah, you're kind of checking if EG are paying attention, because FlyQuest doesn't have a lot of plays there. They're boxed into their own base, and if you think they're sending somebody to go get Dragon, your only play is to try and make a pick on someone. So they take a swing, does not hit on this one, but mainly due to good recognition from Evil Geniuses.
Now there's going to be a bit of a stall out as we wait for the next neutral objective to come up. You can expect FlyQuest to kind of stay safe. They did critically not lose any inhibitors. No natural map pressure going in the favor of EG. So even though they've lost 2 Barons, FlyQuest have done a decent job hanging around in this game. The problem is the Drake stacking has continued during this time, given that they've been pigeonholed on their side of the map. EG have grabbed 3 Drakes in a row, I believe it is.
Are the shields back on?
It was for
that
positioning. Well, now FlyQuest are just going to see if they can make their way on in.
Wait, these Barons disappear so quickly. Come on.
6,000 HP.
Get in
FlyQuest, they're running out of time. Oh, Ayla's looking for the Dream Flank. He has a flash available, and he's looking for Prince, but he fades onto the bottom side of the map. Armeo is clipping out. Vikla forces him out. Ayla, his one sight, his one target, it's on to Prince! Prince, and he and Revenge are gonna look for the assassination. The all-out, it finds Prince, it forces him to go back, but he still has a flash to play with. They found Jojo Pyon for FlyQuest. The Radiant Virtue is keeping FlyQuest alive. Vulcan goes back in for the headbutt. Armail is slow on HP, he's blinking. Vikla finds another kill, but Unforgiven is able to answer back. Ayla finds a huge stun. Armail is trying to see if he can add any other damage to the fight without going down, but it's just all Unforgiven all day as Ayla leads the charge, finding Vulcan on the back end of it. The crash down forces the flash out of impact. The rest of FlyQuest has to
Kill, but he's picked.
and there's a dragon available. It's Mountain Soul on the line. Armail turns out the lights. Prince is forced to use his flash. Ayla goes over the wall with the Magnet Storm and the crash down, finding Speak on the back end of it. And Revenge is trying to cut off the rest of the damage from Vikla and Prince so that he cannot help Speaka get out alive. The knockup goes in. It's a huge one for Vulcan, but it's a last-ditch effort as Evil Geniuses are the one that reign on top. Team Vulcan is eviscerated. Team Ayla reigns supreme. The vendetta is won for Ayla's favor as they will advance into the base and take out FlyQuest.
0-2 and 14 for Ayla, getting his revenge against Vulcan, winning the swap of rosters. EG are going to go up to 4-1.
We're still sandbagging. Just wait. You just wait.
The plot twist is coming.
The plot twist is coming. Next time.
Evil Geniuses, I look at the